Hello everyone! I hope that you're doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Boom Shikha and I welcome you to my channel. I wanted to do a video outside because I haven't done one in a while, and I wanted to show you the neighborhood that I'm kind of living in. And obviously the bird sounds I thought would be nice, very soothing. So hopefully this works out. Hopefully you can hear me. In this video I wanted to speak to you about lessons and how I've kind of really been trying as much as possible to move into the space of looking at everything that happens in life, no matter what it is, and especially the difficult things. Obviously the easy things are easy to inculcate and to learn from and to realize, oh, this is great, you know, the universe loves me, really nice things are happening to me, obviously I'm a good person, or I must have done something good in my past life, awesome, great, perfect. So I think the easy things are maybe easier to receive. But when difficult things happen to us, you know, when tough things happen to us, when we're dealing with something that's not really ideal, and you're looking at the situation thinking, oh my God, why does this happen to me? How could this happen to me? What's wrong with me? Why do I have to deal with all the difficult things? You know, why is my life so difficult? Why does everyone else's life seem so easy? You know, all of those things that we do to ourselves, whereas, you know, the reality is everyone's kind of going through something, obviously. But maybe not at the same time as you. Maybe they're kind of in their peak right now and you're in your valley. But, you know, we all go up and down. Just because we are not synchronized with each other doesn't mean that we're not dealing with the same things, obviously, right? But when we are going through a difficult time, it's kind of a little bit more difficult to say to it, oh, you know what, yeah, you know, this is a difficult time. Obviously, there's something here for me to learn, or a lesson for me that the universe is trying to send me. There's something that's going on that I should pay attention to. There's something that I'm missing that perhaps the universe is trying to push me into, or you know, show me. It's a sign or a signal from the universe to pay attention to something that I'm missing. So there are all of these different ways of looking at a difficult situation in your life. But a lot of times what happens to us is that we kind of shut ourselves down. We kind of close ourselves off. We close our eyes, we close our ears, we close our mouth, you know, close our heart, and we kind of just sit there imagining, all right, I'm just going to wait it out. There's a storm around me. There's something really terrible happening. I am having a very difficult time with it. I don't want to have a difficult time with it. I'm going to pretend like it's not happening. I'm going to pretend like this is just a temporary phase in my life. And maybe it'll take a year, maybe it'll take 2 years, I don't know how long, but eventually it'll blow over the storm, and then I can just be like peaceful and calm within it, or I can just pretend like it's not there and I can be peaceful and calm with it. I think that's why I would imagine that a lot of people, when they were looking at what's going on in the world, and even now when you're looking at the world and looking at all the different crazy, interesting, cool, weird, scary things going on in the world, a lot of times that's what we do. We don't want to deal with it. We don't have the space for it, the mental, physical, emotional space for it. And so we close ourselves off. We close our eyes, we close our mind, and we pretend like it doesn't exist. We pretend like, all right, cool, I'm not, if I can't see it, then it doesn't exist. We behave like toddlers, you know, or babies. And I do the same. I'm not saying that I don't, obviously. Of course, that's the reason I'm doing this video, is because I see myself doing it. I'm like, all right, I'm going to close my eyes, and yeah, no, it's completely gone. There's nothing happening. All those difficult things, yeah, I can pretend like it doesn't happen. And of course, the idea behind this video is, and a lesson for me as well, is that it doesn't help if you do that, because the thing that you're fearing, the thing that you're trying to run away from, that difficult situation that you're like, oh right, yeah, I don't want to deal with that, so I'm going to pretend doesn't exist, is still going to be there when you open your eyes again, because eventually you're going to have to open your eyes again. It's just the way it is. You're going to have to open your eyes again. And then when you do open your eyes, it's still gonna be there, the monster that you're fearing, you know, when when you're in bed and you're like, oh my God, there's a monster behind me, and you kind of cover yourself up with a blanket, and you pretend, okay, if I'm under the blanket, everything is okay. If I'm not under the blanket, then it's a problem, right? I'm sure you've done that. I still do it as an adult. And, you know, sometimes I'll actually play the game of actually turning around and trying to face the monster. So instead of being like, all right, I'm hiding under the blanket, I actually take the blanket off and I turn around. Of course, there's nothing there, but it's the idea of it that, you know, I'm not going to run away from it anymore. I don't want to run away from it anymore. I'm sick of running away from it. I'm tired of running away from it. because it's exhausting running away from things as well. You imagine that you're like, oh, it'll be exhausting dealing with it, dealing with a difficult situation, but maybe it's better just to run away from it. But in fact, actually for me, I found it is as exhausting to run away from something than to face it directly. Like, it's the same thing. It doesn't really matter either way. Yeah. But of course we make up these stories in our head. They're like, all right, yeah, no, if I run away from it, it should be fine, it'll be good, it'll be gone, and then I'll be cool, and then eventually I'll be able to deal with it later when I'm ready for it. Not right now, I'm not ready for it right now, I'm too busy with work and school and things like that, right? We make up excuses. In general, as I've said, everything that the universe is sending you, especially the difficult situations, it carries something within it. Right? It carries a lesson, a sign, a signal, a message, whatever it might be, however you want to look at it. But it's there for a reason. And running away from it is going to be as exhausting for you as standing there, still, shoulders back, feet on the ground, and kind of facing it as strongly as you can. It's going to be as exhausting to do either one. So isn't it better to actually be like, all right, cool, I'm tired of running away. It's exhausting running away. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm going to stand here. I'm going to look it in the eye, that monster that I fear, and I'm going to deal with it. And then as soon as you deal with it, it dissipates. It runs away as well. It goes away. It doesn't have power within itself. It gets the power from you avoiding it, right? I'm sure you've seen this many times, that the fear that you have is not powerful enough on its own. It's the power that you give it by running away from it, by worrying about it, by not dealing with it. All that power that we give it makes it stronger, makes that monster stronger. The monster in the closets, they're not strong enough on their own. In fact, they're nothing. They're just dust mites, or the air moving in a certain fashion, or the light falling on something in a weird way. But us giving it that power by fearing it, by being afraid of it, by hiding from it, by running away from it, that is what gives it power, right? So what we need to do, of course, is to stop giving it power by stopping the running away motion, turning around and saying, okay, cool, I know there's a monster behind me, I know it's there, and instead of being like, I'm not gonna pretend like it's not there, I'm not gonna close my eyes, I'm not gonna bury my head in the sand, I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna open my eyes wide open, and I'm gonna face it, with as much strength as possible within me, as much gumption, as much bravery as I can muster, as much as I can do. Of course, I'm not the bravest person on the planet, so for me, I do it in chunks. I'll turn around and I'll look at the thing and I'll face it head on. I'll be strong for a few seconds, for a few minutes, and then I'll get tired again. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. Okay, I'm going to turn around again. And then take a little break. I'll go and eat some carbs. I'll go do a little bit of online shopping or video shopping. I'll just kind of distract myself for a bit. I'll numb myself for a bit. And then again, I'll be like, all right, I'm ready again. I have the strength again. And then I turn around again, and then I face it for a little bit longer. And then the process continues until eventually it's gone. But then something else appears in its place. Like, it never ends. It's not like you're like, all right, cool, I've dealt with all my demons, everything's cool, I'm fine, nothing to worry about anymore. You get rid of one demon, you get rid of one difficult situation, and then you maybe have like a few days of respite, and then right after that, you have some other difficult situation coming up. Maybe the first difficult situation was with your parents, the second one is with your sister, the other one is with the place that you're living in, the other one is with your boyfriend. It just keeps on coming at you, because constantly the universe is trying to teach you lessons and transform you, teach you and make you bigger, stronger, bolder, better. So I hope this makes sense to you. I hope that you understand that, yes, maybe running away is part of the solution. Maybe you're running away from something that's abusive, and you're running away, or that's not running away, it's escaping. But running away from a difficult situation by not facing it head on is not the right way to deal with it. Of course, if you're in a difficult domestic violence situation, run away, get help. But if you're in a situation where you're just dealing with emotions, you're dealing with something that's difficult, maybe you're dealing with your own demons inside of you, your own shadows, running away from them is not going to do anything. You have to stand tall and face it head on. That's the only way to do it. I hope this makes sense. I hope I was able to explain myself to you. If you have questions about this, obviously comment below or message me, and I shall do a follow-up video. This is something that I've been kind of thinking about for a while, so I have a lot of different things to say about it. I'm sure I'm going to do another video on it. But again, if you have questions, let me know so I can do specific videos about your questions. Again, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. I hope you can hear the video. I hope the audio quality is good. Give me a thumbs up if it is in the chat or in the comments. And I shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.